Hello and welcome to another episode of 5 Questions in 5 Minutes. I'm super excited about this conversation. I've got Rosa Laxamana from Gränges on to talk about sustainability in the aluminum space. So couldn't be more excited. So let's kick it right off. First question, who is Rosa Laxamana?
Yeah, hi, Tim. Thanks for having me on today. So I'm the Vice President of Sustainability for Gränges. And for those who don't know, we are an aluminum rolling manufacturing company. We're headquartered in Sweden with 7 facilities worldwide.
Awesome. Tell me how Gränges, for those who don't know, fits into the supply chain for manufacturers.
Yeah, so we're considered midstream in the supply chain because we specialize in rolling and recycling of aluminum. We're kind of the link between primary producers of aluminum, thinking of ingots or slabs, and that includes scrap collectors and processors, and then between the customers who are producing the products which are sold to consumers. So when you think about Gränges, we really transform this raw aluminum and metal into rolled products that are then used by other manufacturers, and they create the finished products that are sold to a consumer.
Very good. Obviously, then, if you're a manufacturer, obviously, if you're using aluminum, sustainability, recycling, circularity is huge. Can you tell me a little bit about the sustainability initiatives that Gränges is pursuing?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we are highly committed to sustainability. When you think about what the aluminum space is, it's this infinitely recyclable material. And for us, kind of our top initiatives are the focus around climate, circularity and recycling, and then really sustainable operations. And if I dive into each one of those just shortly, climate really is carbon emission reduction. How do we do this? We have a net zero goal by 2040. That includes purchasing low carbon primary, increasing our renewable electricity, and then reducing the need for these fossil fuels that we've got to get away from. Circularity, I think, speaks to what that is really increasing your recycled content. We know that's very important because recycling uses 5% of the energy that primary production does. Investing in new technologies. You may have heard that we have an all-electric casting center going in one of our facilities, so really exciting about that. And then the partnerships. I think that's something that's important for us to increase circularity, bringing really this recycled content back from the market, whether that's post-consumer or pre-consumer, bringing that back. And then within our own operations, we've all got to do better. This includes workplace safety for us, employee well-being, energy efficiencies, certifications, and really responsible sourcing as well, going upstream and making sure that our suppliers are in line with our strategic initiatives.
Very good. Very good. So as you're doing that incredible amount of work, right, we've also got, this huge technology change that's happening all across manufacturing, whether that's AI, whether that's trying to produce greener energy. How is Gränges utilizing technology to help its customers in manufacturing?
Yeah, that's a fantastic question. I think AI is something that's really, sparking this interest of how do we do better, whether it be, product quality, improving our process efficiencies, the production process. We look at huge amounts of data and using AI to then look at this data for predictive maintenance, reduced downtime, even carbon emissions and tracking. I think transparency is huge. Our customers want to see this type of information for us. And I think the data behind how we utilize these new technologies is something really that can set you apart. So for us, it's really understanding how we can make a difference using this.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, last question. What trends do you see for manufacturing, sustainability, and recycled materials as we move into the future, right? I mean, there's lots of laws, there's lots of aspirations for manufacturers. Like what do you see changing? Where are we going with all this?
Well, I see it really changing in the aluminum space because aluminum is this infinitely recyclable material. We see this strong push globally from our customers, our stakeholders, our suppliers. Consumers, you and I, we're always looking for sustainable options out there. So I see from the future really the things that we talked about already, this increased in recycled material. How can we as consumers recycle it? How can we as manufacturers get this back? The circularity around that. How can you then use technology for maybe advancements in sorting and recycling or end-of-life capturing or even upstream to like green smelting technologies? All of this has to happen for us to decarbonize for the future. And it includes customers and the design of these products to be more sustainable. You think about where we were, 10 years ago, and EV has become kind of a big thing. So really, what can we do? How do we collaborate with our customers and our suppliers to move into more sustainable practices? I think the aluminum Properties themselves, they're so unique because it is lightweight, it's strong, and the industry continues to invest in low carbon technologies and circularity because we see that it is an incredibly resilient, sustainable metal, which is why it really will be important for the future in decarbonizing.
Love it. Well, I can't wait to see what you continue to work on, where Gränges goes, and where aluminum really shines as we move into the future in manufacturing. So thank you so much for your time. Wish you the best of luck with all those initiatives, and I'm sure we'll talk soon. All right.
Thank you so much.